Hey guys, thank you for joining me today in Godspot. I want to talk about what separates the classy from the tacky or from the showy. It says in Matthew 23 verse 2 through 7, the teachers of religious law and the Pharisees are the official interpreters of the law of Moses. So practice and obey what they tell you, but don't follow their example. For they don't practice what they teach. They crush people with unbearable religious demands and never lift a finger to ease a burden. Everything they do is for show. On their arms, they wear extra wide prayer boxes with scripture verses inside, and they wear robes with extra long tassels. And they love to sit at the head of the table at banquets and in the seats of honor in synagogues. They love to receive respectful greetings as they walk in the marketplace and to be called rabbi. It's really interesting. When you and I ever read the Bible about Pharisees, we really don't identify with them because we don't think we're a Pharisee. But in many ways, you'd be surprised. We all have a little bit of Pharisee within all of us. Let me explain. Pharisees are very tacky people, very showy people. And what's interesting, they know the law, they tell you what to do, but they don't practice what they teach. They pray, and when they pray, they love to be seen, like to sit at the head of the table at the banquet, in the preeminent position, and they love to dress in such a way that everybody notices them and they're in awe of their spirituality. Let me just say this, people have to show it. Often it's a cover-up for what they're not. So let's talk about the difference between being classy and tacky. Firstly, classy people don't blow their own horn. One way you can figure out if someone's tacky is to listen how they speak about themselves. Tacky people like to blow their own horn. They're always posting, always speaking about their own accomplishments and what they've done. And classy people don't see the need to do this. They see this kind of self-praise as very distasteful and very crass. And sure, they'll share with you a happy story or something great that's happening in their lives, but they're not like tacky people, showy people. Number two, classy people don't try and one-up others. You know, there's always one in a room, isn't there? You sat in a room, you've told your story, it's very funny or it's very awesome, and someone says, that's nothing. You should have seen what I did. And how many of that's really tacky? It's really showy, and they're always there and we know it. Well, classy people don't do that. They don't feel the need to do that. They don't feel the need to one-up. Number three, classy people are real. You know, most people think that classy people are fakes. But when you begin to drill down a little bit on classy people, you'll find out that's not true. Usually, they're very authentic about themselves. And they don't need to pretend to be something they're not. They are themselves, the good, the bad, and the ugly. That's just who they are, and they get on with life. They don't need to brag about it. They need to blow their horn. They're just very real people. Number four, classy people know better than to be petty. You know, you got to pick your fights. You got to pick your fights. You know, the Pharisees are always hung up on the little things. Oh, they didn't wash their hands. Or they did this on the Sabbath. All the little things, forgetting about the big things like the importance of people and the care for people and the unique situations. And so classy people understand they don't have to be petty. You know, things happen, so what? They're not going to complain about a long line in a queue. They're not going to stomp out of a fast food restaurant. They understand that life is life. Just get over it and move on. Number five, classy people don't try to be classy, believe it or not. Here's the thing, classy people don't try to look highbrow. They know who they are in the grand scheme of things. They know their place. You know, one of the jokes I have here at my business is I'm the guy married to the boss, and everyone laughs. But you know, I know who I am. And I'm not saying my wife's the boss, but you know, I love her and it's just a joke. Number six, classy people don't judge others. You know, there's 8 billion people on this planet, and they've all grown up in very different circumstances. So misunderstanding is one of those things that can happen quite easily. And you know, tacky people they'll be quick to judge other people that are unlike them, but classy people understand this and are even willing to come to a point where if they don't understand, they're still willing to accept the person and embrace them anyway. Number 7, classy people don't demand respect. That's really important. If you're going to walk into a room and demand respect, you're already in trouble. It's a big problem already. But you know, the Pharisees would dress a certain way to make themselves outwardly religious to demand respect. And they did demand respect, but classy people, they don't do that. They don't do that. They understand that they can dress and still be who they are and still be classy and have their own self-awareness. So the last word I want to share with you, it's actually not hard to be classy. Just be genuine, be authentic, and care about other people, and that'll really help you. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.